All right, fellow Hollow Table heroes, we are looking at the CLS Journey Guide today. This is Skinless, and I am Guild Leader of the Alliance Guardians, part of the World Cluster of the Alliance. And today we're going to take a look at CLS. Now, as you can see here, most of my characters are at Gear 9. You could really honestly do this with a Gear 9 R2 as well. Mine's a little bit above, just specifically because he does really well with CLS itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got going on here. So if we go ahead and start, we can see I got some speed on him. I really want him to be fast, and I put the crit chance on him, but you could really go with a potency because you really want him to get those stuns in. He's got an 84% potency, which is not bad. You want to continue to build that up there. Let's see, we got our Stormtrooper Han. He's going to be your main tank, so I went ahead and went with health to build him up, as well as some defense mods. Now, he's nothing special here, but, 169 speed. He's slow, but you really don't need a lot of speed for this event. So, old Ben, same kind of thing. I've gone ahead and I've gone with speed, and I've gone with defense. He's, again, another tank. However, the big thing with Obi-Wan is that you want him a little bit faster so that you can get some of those dispels out there, as well as some debuffs and some extra special stuff there. So Luke, we can look at, I went with health to, he's a bit squishy, so, and I've got the speed on there. Now, within that, I've put a lot of offense on him just so that he can get some damage out there, especially when he's working with Han and gets the turn meter updates. And we've got Leia, who, once again, I haven't even bothered much with her mods. She's got a 4 dot on there for whatever reason. I just have not updated it, and it's not even full matching set. She's a bit squishy, but I want the quick chance out of her as well. So let's get a real good look here. So we are essentially playing the story of A New Hope. So if you have not seen A New Hope, I'm not sure what you're doing here in general. So I really recommend going and watching it first so that the story's not ruined for you. Let's go ahead and start off with our tier 1. We've got a couple different options for leaders. We can use Luke if we wanted. He's got 45% tenacity that he adds for your team. However, if we look at old Ben, he's got the evasion and the 25% turn meter gain whenever they evade. And I'd rather just not get hit than to worry too much about specifically not getting debuffs. So let's go ahead and give this run here. And the first few aren't too strenuous. Kill order is really all it's about. Your shaman and your brute are going to be your main things to worry about. So let's go ahead and take those guys out first. Your raiders, however annoying they are, they're not gonna do as much damage. So you can see that basically just tickled them. So there we go. So we've gone ahead and taken out the ones there. We're gonna go ahead and take out our brutes. And no need to use the specials yet, just because, again, it's not too crazy there. Usually people start running into issues around like 3 or 4, I would say. And now on our top tier, we've got to keep us busy. I still will take out the shamans just to get those out of the way. We can give everyone a bit of fire going on to damage them later on. So not the end of the world. This guy might kill himself, but let's go ahead and start taking out some of your health. And now we can take out our boss. So kill order is really everything within this. Survivability and kill order. That's why no one needs to be that fast. All the tunes in this are pretty slow. I mean, CLS is your first journey, your first hero's journey that you're really looking at. So once again, we have the same tunes that we're going to be looking at here. We've met up with Han. We're ready to get onto the Falcon. And I see I've got a whole ton of enemies here, so let's go ahead and just try to take them all out. And if you just noticed, I may have killed everyone except for the captain. But that's because the captain can actually bring everyone back. So we don't want that. We're going to go ahead and debuff them. And we're going to go ahead and take out that captain, because as long as that captain's alive, you can't win. Plus, the captain has the heal. So once the captain goes down, you really have free reign to do whatever you want, and the battle goes very quickly. So you can see I'm kind of just breezing through these first few without much of a concern here. So let's go ahead and take it out. We're going to go to tier 3. And we've changed up our characters here. This is where people get thrown off a little bit. This is why I definitely recommend having the leader ability almost max. You don't need the Omegas, but if you have the leader abilities on everyone except for Luke, you're kind of in a good spot, because your leaders can consistently change throughout this here. His leader ability is going to be that all allies gain 40% defense while above 50% health, and 35% offense when below 50% health. So those are some actually really great benefits. So we're going to go ahead and head in here, and there we go. So if you notice, you got a lot more enemies. But the cool thing about Han is that when you draw fire, Han taunts for 3 turns, and all other allies gain 30% turn meter. In addition, all other allies gain 20% turn meter when Han is damaged while he has his taunt active. So I have Luke built to do damage, so I want him to go as often as I can. So let's go ahead and just start drawing fire. And if we're looking at what is the most important to kill here, I would say Scout Trooper first, just to get rid of that extra speed. You don't want him doing all of his extra, terrible stuff. So, we missed. That's unfortunate. There we go. So now we got a decent hit, but now we have to kind of work around some of these taunts. So that's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. The other enemy that is a bit kind of out there here is, if you look at the Snow Trooper actually has an ability where he can reduce turn meter on his AoE. So we're going to want to get him out pretty quick as well. Again, if you've geared your characters right and you get your mods decent, get that 170 speed on everybody, this mission goes very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and save these specials that we have here for the following tier, since we don't want to just kind of waste. I mean, I'm using Luke's, but his has such a small cooldown that it really doesn't matter per se. And there we go. So we've gone ahead and we've taken out the multiple tunes there. And then here, the backpack is what scares me the most. The reason why I say that is specifically because, again, he can heal everybody. We don't want him healing everybody up. So we want to get him down and out as fast as we possibly can. So there we are. He went ahead and gave the heal. Let's go ahead and continue to try to knock him down. Oh, we got ourselves a taunt. And the taunts are going to be the most annoying part, because you don't have a dispel when you have these 2 tunes. So the faster we can get back and take out the commander, the easier the team actually falls apart from there. So now that he's down, we can go ahead and look at our Scout Trooper. Again, just gets that speed up. I would say probably Magma has a pretty good chance of removing some turn meter, but Snow is really going to be your problem. So let's go ahead and start feeding turn meter to Luke, since she's our damage dealer. There we go. And we've gone ahead and we've gotten ourselves down to the cell block. And that's really what's important, is, getting down there. We're 3 tiers in. Usually this is going to be the easy part. Now we are at tier 4. And once again, our leader has changed. We now have Leia. So with Leia, you get the 20% critical chance on there, which is great for Luke. Tenacity is not going to help you as much here. So This one is a bit intimidating, only because there are 8 battles, but don't fret, there are 8 tiers here with about 2 enemies per tier. So kill order really doesn't matter. I actually let the game just kind of pick it for me as I'm going through, and once I start a tune, I just want it to die. I want it to go down. And a lot of times these guys are going to try to taunt, and they're going to waste their turns. So the AI is not very smart for this event. So there we go. And without doing too much effort, pressing just a couple of buttons, we really have already gotten halfway through, which is pretty nice, especially when you only have 2 tunes on the field. That's why you need to have the Gear 8, Gear 9 on this. If we were able to use everybody all the time, you could probably do this with like Gear 2. So, there we go. And we're already about 3/4 of the way through. And I'm going to go ahead and just take out the commander just to get him out of the way. I don't want any random heal, any just random terrible RNG to hit us. So there we go. Now, tier 8 is the one that has the additional tune. I usually, once again, go after the commander just because it's kind of more habit than anything else, because I don't want him healing. That's really not something that you want, is to have them consistently heal and then have you able to take down all their health again. That's not fun. So there we go. We've gone ahead and we've taken them out. And we've only got about 2 tiers left for Luke. So if you're watching, the kill order is really the main part now. So tier 5 is probably the most cinematically beautiful thing in all of the entire game. In the 4 years I've been playing, you only get old Ben here, but it's for a purpose. So let's see. All right, so my game glitched once again here, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna forfeit real quick. We're gonna retreat and see if we can go ahead and get that actually to load properly. Now this happened on my first few attempts, so yeah, that's just not gonna load. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna try to upload this again later. I'm gonna start off with this now. The big thing is that you just want your guy to have as much health and everything else on him that you can. You want him to survive, because we're waiting for this little button right here that I keep tapping to get its cooldown. That's really what you're waiting for. So we're gonna go ahead here and we're gonna just give some debuffs over to Vader, and because right now you're getting the battle of Vader versus Obi-Wan, which is, it's really disappointing actually that we are not able to see what is going on. So I'm not even going to bother with an attack, because every time you attack, it's not going to do any damage whatsoever. So we're just kind of playing through it here, and oh, we got an ability block on there. It's hard to tell when you can't see it, but again, you're really just waiting for this button right here. Once you get the sacrifice yourself to allow Luke and the others to escape. That's important. So let's go ahead and click that, and we're going to see what happens. No, Ben! So now Ben is gone. He's become more powerful than we could even imagine. But that's how you win. Again, it follows the video, or follows the film. So we're now on the last tier, on tier 6. Now that we've gone ahead, we've lost old Ben. I still like to keep Han in charge here for the extra defense, specifically because with that extra defense, you find yourself in a spot where you have a chance to have more survivability. So we're gonna go ahead and roll with the punches here, and I'm gonna go from there. We got more stormtroopers. We're trying to escape the Death Star at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and just give everyone a little bit of burn. We're gonna hide Leia, have Han taunt. That's gonna give everyone a bunch of charm meter, which is gonna be great. And look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get all the extra bits going on. The longer I can keep Leia stealthed, the more bonuses she actually gets from her stealth itself. So even though Han's taking some damage, that's why we tanked him out earlier, so that way he can survive while we do this kind of thing. So kill order really is not too important here. Again, the only thing that I really worry about, if anything, during this entire event is going to be the concept of having those commanders who have the backpacks. So we'll keep going here. And we're on to the final tier. A lot of guys. Let's go ahead and taunt again. And we're going to go ahead and hit everyone with a bit of a burn, because that burn's at least going to give everyone a chance to really start getting damaged, even if, you know, I'm not able to hit them, because we got some taunts out there, which is all sorts of this nasty business. And there we go, we got a stun. So what that means is I'm going to move on to the next guy that I can that has the taunt on him, because I know that the guy that's stunned ain't going to do anything. He's immobilized, per se. So then I'm going to look at who has the most amount of health out of who's stunned. And I'm going to take out the one with the least amount of health, if I can't, you know, move my way around the board. So there we go. So now we're going to go ahead and burn everyone again, which is great. Just knocking everyone down. Even if you can't hit them normally, it's not bad to be able to just kind of go through and do what we can. And Han's taking a little bit of a beating, but it's not the end of the world. Now, normally I would have taken out Commander earlier. My RNG was pretty awesome during this one, so I didn't have to worry too much about it. He's stunned. He's not going to do anything. Let's go ahead and take out our other guy. Oh, nope, he's no longer stunned. We're going to go ahead and go back. Yep, stunned again. And let's go ahead and take out our Commander. You don't want any surprises. And with that last kill there, you have actually just now unlocked yourself your 7-star Commander Luke Skywalker and began your Rebel journey. So I just want to be the first to congratulate you on that. And if you like the video, you like my commentary, feel free to like, subscribe, whatever you like to do. I do these not just for that purpose, but specifically to help others as best as I can. I'll have a mini series with all of the different legendaries and heroes' journeys, and hopefully the epic confrontations to come along, and hope that this has been educational. And until then, I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. So, Skinless out.